Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are doing something highly requested on my channel. I am creating 5 looks for the McGrath Mothership 5 Bronze Seduction eyeshadow palette. So it took me a time, but I just really wanted to dedicate and devote my time to this beauty. I already own some McGrath eyeshadow palettes and I truly enjoy the quality of it. I just love from her bigger pans those shades that are usually here. So here it is. Yes, for today's video I am creating 5 looks. So if you want to see how to use this palette, if it worth the price, because I know it's pretty hefty price, it's $170 in Canada, and not everybody can just jump on it and buy it without a little reflection, you know, on it. And so hopefully that will help you to decide if you want to put it on your Christmas wish list or birthday wish list, or if you want to spoil yourself, like treat yourself. A little tip: as a Sephora shopper, I collect my points, I save my points, and I said that already on my channel, but if you're new here, a little tip: just save your points and go online on your account, and once you reach 2,500 points, you can convert them into a $100 coupon. So basically this eyeshadow palette I paid $70. Really satisfying, and I was quite excited. So I probably will do that to get the 2 other ones, like the Mothership 1 and the Mothership 3. A little tip. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to ring that little bell down there so you are notified when I upload a new video. And without any further ado, let's get started. The packaging is so gorgeous. I haven't played with it yet. So same packaging as usual. They put a little tag here, a little sticker that says, well, it's so reflective you won't be able to see, but Mothership 5, made in Italy. Oh wait, now you have an idea of which palettes you are reaching for, if you're not like me and keeping all of yours like in their original packaging. Here are these beautiful 10 eyeshadows. I'm going to do Swatches, Skin Show Divine Glow, Entrapment, Bronze Blaze, Rose Gold 005. Oh yes, that is a formula I like. My finger. VR Fire Opal. Oof. Look at these 2 shades. Second row, we have Extreme Aubergine. Doesn't swatch really well, but it doesn't mean it's not good. Guilty Pleasure. Disobedient. Blitz Flame. Wow. Astral Luna Gold. Whew, look at that. Oh, that's gorgeous. These palette, like, it's just worth it just for those formula right here. Okay, so these are the 10 shades from the Mothership 5. Well, I'm super impressed with those formula, of course. Women tell it looks good. I think the mattes are good too. This one, I don't know. Guilty Pleasure. We'll have to see how it performs on the eyes, but otherwise, yeah, look at that. It is so gorgeous. Let's jump onto the first look. Okay, well, kept talking and my camera stopped. I love that. But yeah, that NARS primer seems really nice, like it sets by itself. It's a perfect color for me, so I bought the shade medium. Packaging is nice. It feels like all the NARS packagings, you know, nice, soft. So I'm gonna go to the shade Entrapment first, and I'm going to place it in the outer corner first, and I'm going to drag it towards my crease. Oh, I feel a bit of gripping, so I don't know if that primer, we're gonna see. I wonder, do you have to set an eye primer? I'm not sure. White blended. Wow, that's a nice transition shade. I'm just working a little swirl motion. Well, so far it blends really well. Can feel that primer though, like gripping to my brush, kind of annoys me a bit. Maybe I should have said it. Wow, very nice color, and it blends really well considering that my primer is gripping my brush a bit. I'm gonna use my Pro Tapper crease brush number 19 from Sephora. It's usually the one that I always find a bit itchy, but let's see. Yeah, it works maybe better with that primer. Bristles are not gripping on it. I'm gonna go to the shade Disobedient, that brown one, with the same brush. Place it in the outer corner. Okay, so this Disobedient shadow works really well. Like, it's just so pretty. It would be pretty just to leave it as a matte look or something a bit more simple. Now I'm gonna go with my MAC 230 in the shade Skin Show Divine Glow. Place it dry from the inner corner, and I'm gonna drag it to the center. It looks really dry and talky. I'm gonna try with my finger. Yeah, that's better. I'm gonna go back to my previous brush, and I'm gonna go to the shade Entrapment. And place it between the darkest brown and that light bone color or Skin Show Divine Glow color, just to work a bit more of a gradient. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that Skin Show Divine Glow. Maybe it's just pretty as an inner corner highlight. It's okay, but it's nothing, you know, when you look at it, you're not like, oh, that's a Pat McGrath shadow, you know. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna place it in the inner corner. You know what, I'm gonna go to my lower lash line, and then I'm gonna decide what I do on top. So I'm gonna go back to that Entrapment shade, and I'm just gonna go onto my lower lash line and really smoke it out. I really enjoy the mask so far. Okay, and now I'm gonna go to the dark brown, go closer to my lashes with it, and just focus in the outer corner. I'm gonna do the same on top, just focusing right here close to my lashes. I'm gonna put some Permagel liner in the shade Black Coffee. It's one of my favorite eye pencil. It's getting shorter and shorter. I'm just gonna place it in my waterline, and I'm going to tightline as well. Yeah, this is so good. This is so, you know, easy. It glides on very easily. It's pigmented. It stays put. Okay, well, it looks better now that we have an eye pencil on. You know what? I'm gonna leave it like that for like a daytime or a nice, like, soft, smoky look. I want to see maybe how this shade performs when it's wet, because right now I'm not that impressed with it, to be honest. Skin Show Divine Glow with a little splash. Yeah, I would say it's better, right? Yeah. So that's the difference. Wet, dry. Dry is more subtle, like if you want something very subtle or all over your lid. Alright, and that is the finished look. I just applied some of my NARS Climax mascara. On my lips, I am wearing the Pat McGrath Luxe Trance lipstick in the shade Donatella. Yes, also just mascara. I'm not using false lashes. Yeah, there it is. A bit more traditional, a bit more classic, but you know what? Timeless. You can create that look and wear that look on many occasions. It can be like a nice dinner, a date night. Let's jump onto the second look. Alright, second look, and I started recording without pushing the button recording. So I was just blablating in front of my camera. Okay, so yes, I am blonde, compared to the first look. In between I had done my little baby lights, and you probably saw that in my NARS Ignited and Testing New Makeup video, so I'm just gonna stop talking about it, but I like it. Okay, so for this second look I am using the shade Entrapment, and I'm using my Sephora Pro Featherweight Crease brush number 38. It is very pigmented. I didn't use the NARS eyeshadow primer for this look. I just used a bit of my concealer and I set it with my loose setting powder. So I am just focusing the shade in the outer part of the lid. Very easy to blend. Then I am actually gonna go in the inner corner with the same shade, creating that halo effect. And I'm not using as much pigment, that's why it looks a bit lighter, a bit warmer actually. So you're slowly building the intensity. And I'm picking up my Sigma E45 brush, and I'm picking up the shade, and I'm focusing it really in the outer corner. And I'm taking my first brush, and I blend the edges with it. And I slowly drag like whatever is on the brush into the crease. I'm going to pick the shade Rose Gold 005 with my finger, and I'm placing it in the center of my lid. And that is so pretty. And it's going a little bit over the dark brown, a little bit over the brown in the inner corner. And I am not using any glitter base. Such a unique formula. I was trying to see like maybe if the one in the Ignited, the NARS Ignited eyeshadow palette was comparable. It is close, but it's not as sparkly. You can leave it like that, but I want to intensify a tiny bit the crease. So I'm just picking up our first shade, Entrapment, lifting my chin, and I'm placing it right here with the tip of my brush. Raise your eyebrow if it's easier for you. Now I'm taking a bit of Skin Show Divine Glow shade, this one, and I'm gonna place it on my brow bone, under my brow bone. And I think this is a really good shade for the brow bone in the inner corner. Okay, onto my lower lash line, I'm just going to pick up the shade Entrapment and Disobedience, so the two browny shades. So first Entrapment with the Sigma E45 still. Love that brush. Smoke out this lower lash line. So now Disobedient, the dark brown. So I had a bit of fallout with the glittery shade, but nothing that can't be fixed. And then like from the bottom I'm going up, and then I am creating that kind of cat eye effect. Taking a blending brush, just blending the edges. And last little layer of Rose Gold 005, just because we blended quite a bit, so we don't want to lose that. I am using my Pat McGrath Permagel Ultra Glide Eye Pencil in the shade Black Coffee. I quickly tightline in my upper and bottom waterline. Now I'm just I took advantage, my camera was overheating, so just clean under the eyes with a bit more concealer, and I set it again. And now I'm just curling my lashes And I'm going to use my NARS Climax mascara, and I'll do something on the lips and I'll be right back. Alright, and that is the finished look. So I just used the Dose of Colors Butterscotch satin lipstick, very pretty nude. Yes, I really like that look. This is, to me, the typical Pat McGrath look I like to create. Something a bit smoky, sparkly, sultry, pretty easy to create. Honestly, like those sparkly shades are like so unique and typically like this is okay, this is what I would call a Pat McGrath look. I just love it. Definitely my favorite so far. What do you guys think? I'm going to use my little flashlight. Look at that. It's usually how it looks like when I go get dressed after I film. I'm like, damn, it doesn't look like that because I have my spots like that are on the ceiling. And this is what I see in my dressing room. So there you go. Well, I really like this look. What do you guys think? Do you think it's easy to reproduce, to replicate? Let me know down below. Let's jump onto the next look. Alright, for this third look, sorry if you hear the construction above us. They are drilling and breaking things. For this one, I think I am gonna go with the shade Extreme Aubergine. And I'm gonna start, oof, that is very pigmented. And I set my lid with translucent powder. And I'm placing it in the outer corner, and then I'm slowly going to drag it into my crease. I am using my Sephora Pro Featherweight Crease Brush number 38. I dig the second time into the pan. Beautiful color. It's like a smoky, dark purple. Do I want to go towards something cool tone or warm tones? I was thinking pairing this aubergine shade with this one, which is Guilty Pleasure. I was not super impressed when I swatched this one, if I recall well. And then if I want to do something warmer, I might want to go to Bronze Blaze, but then I want to use some of these two. So when I don't know, what I usually do, I just do swatches. So I'm gonna swatch for you Extreme Aubergine on my hand with my brush. Let's do something a bit bigger. Okay. And then I'm gonna place first Guilty Pleasure next to it. And I will most likely apply it with my finger, so that's why I'm applying this one with my finger. This looks good together. The Bronze Blaze, I'm gonna place it on the other side. And that thing, yeah, that's very pretty too. Gives you an idea, so whether you want to go cool tone or warm tone. Let me know down below which combination. Hopefully this helps you. That's a little trick I do quite often, actually. Astral Luna Gold. I want you to see how it looked too. Look at that shade, it's incredible, that formula. Let's see the Fire Opal. It'll be really pretty with that Extreme Aubergine one. It has that pink reflect that actually would look good with this one. Or should I do something really weird and do two looks? You know what? Let's do that. Who cares? What's the expression? Killing two birds with one stone? I'm gonna go with the Bronze Blaze. I'm gonna go first with the brush, just to see how it applies when it's like a dry brush. So by applying first with the brush, it creates a softer transition too. It applies well. Let's see when I wet the brush. Yeah, it comes way more metallic, I would say. So I like the sparkles. It's way less sparkly, it's more metallic when you spray your brush. Now I want to play and put the Astral Luna Gold in the inner corner first. Very sparkly. And then I'm just gonna go with my finger. And I'm gonna place it in the center. Look at that. This is so sparkly. This is what makes Pat McGrath eyeshadows. Pat McGrath eyeshadows. This formula. So now I'm just gonna go back to Extreme Aubergine, the purple shade, and I'm actually going to mix it with Entrapment. And I'm gonna go intensify the crease, like so, and it makes the lid pop even more. And we have a little bit of sparkles, but that's okay, I find it pretty. I'm going to smoke out the lower lash line with that purple shade first, and then a little bit of that bronze blaze right here. These two colors together are very pretty. Just taking a clean brush and blend. And then I'm taking a smaller brush with the purple. Place it right against my lashes. I'm going to do the same on top. So we're not done. I'll do like the liner and mascara after. Second option for that Extreme Aubergine base. So I'm going to go to the shade Guilty Pleasure. And I'm going to go first with a dry brush. And I'm placing it in the center. Okay, so that's with a dry brush. Let's see when I spray the brush. That's not the most impressive shadow when you swatch it, but it's actually melting in very nicely into this shade. Kind of like it. It's more wearable, not as intense as this one. I'm gonna go to the shade VR Fire Opal. So going with a dry brush first, and now I'm gonna place it first with a dry brush in the inner part. Oh, look at that. It's turning really green. This one is popping even more because I think while the Guilty Pleasure is more a muted color, on top of a bronze it's almost hard to say. Very pretty. I'm just gonna go with my finger right here just to see how intense it can be. Ooh, you see that? Almost neon. Total different look. It's usually at this exact kind of moments that my husband surprised me and comes home for lunch. I'm gonna take Guilty Pleasure in my lower lash line. Brush, this is a MAC 230. Smoke out that lower lash line. And then I'm taking a smaller brush. It's a BH Cosmetics 106. And I'm just gonna go along my lash line, at the bottom and the top. I feel like I need to add a bit more of that aubergine in the corner right here. And then I'm taking a clean brush and I'm blending. I have to say, like, it's funny, like if you put a little amount of that Extreme Aubergine, it's easy to blend, but this is when you start to pack on that color that it starts to get a bit difficult. Yeah, I'm actually going to place a bit more of aubergine like I did on the other side, right here. Alright, so that is the finished looks. I'm just gonna add a bit more of VR Fire Opal where I already started, but I spray the brush with it. It's a tiny brush, but place it right here. Like that. I like both looks. I think the Astral Luna Gold shade, this one, will pop even more on a matte or a darker shade at the base. The fact that I put it on top of that brass, that bronze blades, it doesn't pop as much as this one, but it's very pretty. It just brings, like, you know, some sparkles and life to the look in the inner corner. Yeah, very pretty. I really like the look. And then I was really pleasantly surprised by this look. Really liked actually how the shade Guilty Pleasure kind of like melted in with Extreme Aubergine. That VR Fire Opal is just magical. Like, If you turn that way, let's see if I can catch it. It has a little bit of lilac, but it has, well, obviously that neon green surprising shade. Like I'm sure on top of another base it will look totally different. That's what I love also about this formula, is it's so transformative. Look at that sparkly effect. That is just magical. Okay, well, you know what? I think that was really efficient to do 2 looks for one face. I like to see the overall look, and I like to see one finished look usually, but you know what, it gives you a good idea and some inspiration, and see that why there's so many possibilities with this eyeshadow palette, and in general with an eyeshadow palette. You know, there's not just one look, obviously, so sometimes it's kind of tricky and intimidating to explore. I hope this will give you some inspo, and comment down below which side you prefer and you would like to replicate. Let's jump onto the next look. Well, the last shadow that I haven't used yet is Blitz Flame. So that beautiful red to set, and make sure you put your loose powder right there. It helps with the transition. I'm going to start with Disobedient, and with my blending brush I'm going to apply it in the outer corner. So I first pack it on, and then I am slowly blending it out, and then dragging whatever is left on the brush into the crease. Alright, I'm gonna do a second layer, intensify a bit more, and repeat. Now I'm gonna take the shade Blitz Flame, and I'm going to place it all over the lid with my finger. Wow, look at that. Such a pretty color. It's not the most everyday color, but it's very pretty. So applying with a finger gives you more impact right away. It's not the most precise way to apply your shadow, but now I'm gonna take my Morphe M224. I'm not gonna spray it first. I'm just lifting my chin and work my shape. I'm gonna spray the brush now. What a beautiful red. And let's see if it does something once I spray my brush. I'm not sure it makes a huge difference. Maybe it makes it warmer. Is that an idea? I'm not sure. Now I want a bit more dimension, so I'm gonna go back to my dark brown, Disobedient. I'm just gonna go over Blitz Flame with it. I'm gonna mix it actually with Entrapment, that lighter brown. I'm just gonna work it into the crease. The darker brown and the light brown together. I'm bringing it quite up there. You don't have to, but I feel like I want to do something a bit dramatic. So that's why sometimes it's good to do your eye makeup first. I'm going to show you a little trick. You probably saw it before. So I'm taking a bit of my Bioderma, micellar water, and a Q-tip. If you have one with like a pointy edge, it's better. What I'm doing, I am going to reshape this look. Okay, so now that I've reapplied my concealer, I am just playing with the shape. So just going from my sponge to my brush, on which I didn't add anything, but I'm just dragging down and moving the shadow a little bit and play and see what shape I like. Okay, this is really lifting everything up. Just taking my blending brush again, nothing on it, but just making sure that it's nice and blended, but still with like that kind of like defined shape. Question is, do I leave it red or do I put the Rose Gold 005 on top of it, which is really tempting. You know what, I'm gonna put it in the center with my finger. I might just want to use Astral Luna Gold, this one. Oh, interesting. Okay. For my lower lash line, I'm just gonna go with the dark brown close to my lashes. and picking up the Blitz Flame shade. For the inner corner, I'm going to pick up the shade Skin Show Divine Glow. Ready the brush quickly, just to make it pop a bit more, right? And then I feel like I want to pick a small brush, Morphe M443, very small, and I'm gonna pick up the shade Astral Lunar Gold and spray the brush. I want to put it right here and on top right now. You are going for a very festive look, my friends. Ooh, that is a Blitz Flame look. I'm gonna put some black liner. I'm gonna tight line with it. I'm using my Endless Silky Eye Pen from Pixie by Petra. And I'm gonna go in my waterline with it. Okay, we are looking fierce. I think I need to intensify a tiny bit the outer corner, just a tiny bit. I'm picking up the shade Disobedient, that dark brown, and really pack it on. I'm actually, you know what, I'm gonna go with my finger. Alright, and that is the finished look. I changed because I think that my cozy wool sweater was kind of clashing with that look. So here's an option. I used for my lips the L'Oreal Balmain Confession. I really like it's like we worked a bit, it demanded a bit of work, like to work on that shape. It was a bit overwhelming at the beginning, to be honest, with that red, but I really like it's like the elongated like cat eye look. It is very sparkly. That Astral Lunar Gold is no joke. It complements any eye look. It's very transformative, and yeah, it changes any matte eyeshadow you have on hand. Just put that on top and pff, it's magic. So gorgeous. But now, because I was kind of feeling fierce with that look, I was wondering if a darker lip would be an option or not. So I'm just gonna try it with you, and that is the Colourpop and Isla Sari collab Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Mamacita. So I'm just gonna apply it quickly and we're going to see, and please let me know down below which one you prefer. I usually go for a peachy nude, you know me, but why not? I'm gonna see. Well, you know me, it's usually really not my style, dark lips, so well, that is a nice switch. Well, that is quite fierce. What do you think? I always think I look like a comic book character with dark lips, and I don't dare to speak to it. The peach color is way easier to wear, but nice switch for me, at least. You saw like I had to correct and retouch that look because I went a bit far. It was really easy to fix, no problem. It's like nothing ever happened. I have a tiny bit of fallout with the sparkly shades, but nothing major, nothing dramatic. A mini one is a good way to start with Pat McGrath, but you won't have the experience of the sparkly, glittery shadows like the VR Nectar, the Astral Lunar Gold, the VR Fire Opal, Rose Gold 005. You won't be able to experience it unless you buy one of the big ones. I know it's $170 Canadian dollars. Alright, I jumped onto nude again just to finish this video. Hopefully I did not forget to mention anything. If I did, you can always ask me questions down below. I'm always happy to answer. I usually always do answer, so yeah, don't hesitate. And I think it's a very, very beautiful eyeshadow palette. This is probably, although it appeared to be tricky at the beginning, it's probably my favorite look, actually. I feel good. I really liked it with that dampy lip. I actually took some photos and they turned out to be like quite editorial, like something special. It's, for me, it's special to have dark lips. I don't do that very often. This is what I usually do and I feel more comfortable going out like that. It's more me, but why not, you know, just to show you that with this eye look you can actually do both. You can probably wear a lip gloss too, and I'm sure it will look great as well. Overall, beautiful palette. It is expensive, but you know, when I compare it with my Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette, yes, there's usually a bit more eyeshadows or maybe 5 extra eyeshadows. I don't know, it's really hard to compare Natasha Denona and Pat McGrath. I just feel like these eyeshadows, once again, I know I repeat myself lots, but they're so unique. They're so beautiful and they're typically Pat McGrath eyeshadows. To me, it's worth the money if you can treat yourself or ask it like for Christmas or for your birthday. I think it would be a beautiful gift and you'll get a lot of use out of it. You can just create like something simple. Like my first look was quite simple actually. You could just play with the mattes and create something very nice and subtle for daytime. You're always tempted to use like these ones with this eyeshadow palette. This is all I have to say about it. I really like it. I love it. I can't really rank them because I think she released 11 eyeshadow palettes. I don't have all of them and I really wish I did, but yeah, I'll wait for my points to go up again and like spend them again. Yeah, so far I think this one and this one are really close. Like this is a Sublime. Anyway, let me know down below, give me some ideas for future videos. I hope you liked this one. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I always enjoy seeing that. I always enjoy seeing your nice comments too. Any questions, comment down below. Share, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great one and I will see you in the next video. Bye.